Good evening. Welcome to the It's Culture Podcast. My name is Mark, and I'm the host of the It's Culture Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, let's do that. Help me grow this channel. And if there's anything that you want me to talk about on this channel, whether it's entertainment, politics, sports, anything that has to do with Black culture, just send me an email and I'll make sure I leave that in the description so you can just send me an email about the topics that you want me to discuss. Eventually, I'm gonna go live with these shows, but right now I'm pre-recording all of them. But eventually, I'm gonna start live streaming, so just be looking out for that. Anywho, let's get to it. What are we talking about tonight? Well, we're gonna discuss what's going on in Chicago with their migrant crisis. And the Black residents are not happy with this migrant crisis. They're not happy at all. They are mad at the mayor. They're mad at their aldermen. They're mad at city council. They're mad at everybody right now. And I swear, this is what happens, right? This is what happens. And here's a story right here that I'm talking about.
The migrant crisis in Chicago is boiling over. City officials continue to clash over what to do next. And Mayor Brandon Johnson says he is planning a trip down to the border.
NBC5's Lisa Chavarria joins us live here in studio. And Lisa, all of this is happening as even more buses arrived last night.
That's right, 22 buses
Wow.
yesterday, guys. So we're talking about a lot of people here. The issue is, where do asylum seekers stay? The city is placing them all across Chicago, and it's being met with plenty of pushback from residents in these communities. Meanwhile, Mayor Brandon Johnson says he wants to head south to see what's happening firsthand.
My administration is committed.
Yeah, so he wants to head south, right? Wants to head south to go down to the southern border to see what's going on. In turn, I don't understand why. You know what's going on. The Texas governor, Greg Abbott, has already told y'all every state that's a sanctuary state, every city that's a sanctuary city, you're going to get these migrants. Excuse me. You're going to get them. He's not going to let them stay in Texas. They're not going to cities in Texas. He's going to put them on Greyhound buses and ship them to your cities and drop them straight off, and you're going to have to deal with it. And these are the problems that we have. So now that you have that, you got the mayor saying he's going down there. But here's the thing: why are you going to Texas? Here's some more.
To making sure that we are putting together the full force of government at every single level to ensure that these families, who, by the way, they're not illegal.
Yeah, they are. They are illegal because they are coming into the country illegally. But listen to what he's going to say, though. Listen to what he's about to say, so y'all can hear it.
They're asylum seekers.
Yeah, they're asylum seekers. They're asylum seekers. They're asylum seekers who are not going to the embassies in their own countries asking for asylum, which is the way the asylum process is supposed to go. What they're doing is they're coming from all over. And let me just be clear. All of these migrants are not Latinos. They're not all of them are not Ecuadorian. They're not Venezuelan. They're not Mexican. You have people that are coming as far as China. We have migrants coming from Russia. We got migrants coming from India. We got them coming from continental Africa. They're coming from everywhere. But the one thing that they're all doing is that they are somehow making their way through the southern border. They are somehow getting somewhere between Mexico and the United States, and they're coming through the southern border. Like I said, these are not all Latinos. These migrants are coming from everywhere. So you can't be seeking asylum and you coming from everywhere. Let's be clear. Number two is that the residents don't want these people. They don't want them. They don't want these people in their area. They don't want them in their communities. Listen to this lady right here. I fast forward a little bit in the story, but I want y'all to hear what she just said. Take a listen.
Be taking himself to helping the community here and making sure that he is handling the crisis that's here.
At this point, the mayor didn't say when a trip like that down to the border would take place, but he also says a team with the U.S. Department of Homeland Security is in Chicago right now, taking a closer look at the severity of the ongoing crisis.
So that's what's going on. 17,000 migrants have made their way to Chicago via Texas, and the residents in South Shore, these Black residents, are not happy. They're not happy at all. And as they shouldn't be happy with this. They shouldn't be happy with this because this is what happens. This is the stuff that happens when you go out here and vote. But I want y'all to pay attention to something, right? I want you to pay attention to something because what's not being said is what the mayor is about, right? So if you are an educated voter and you're voting on the issues, right? If you're voting on the issues and you want to be this type of person, this is the type of voter that you should be. You should be the voter that is actually looking at the issues that the mayor is on, right? You should be. So here's the mayor's issues, right? Here are the issues. I want you to see on the issues. He talks about his little self. He's a public school teacher, union organizer, Cook County commissioner, right? But I want you to scroll through affordable housing, arts and culture, city budget and revenue, disability justice, education, environmental justice, gender equity, health and human services. But what's right here? What is right here in the middle? See, y'all, he tells you right there, right here, Chicago must lead with and live by the promise to be a sanctuary city and welcome immigrants and refugees and treat them with dignity and respect. He's telling y'all right there what he's about. And if y'all can't see that, I'm gonna blow it up so you can see it. So he's telling you what he's about. Chicago must lead with and live by the promise to be a sanctuary city and welcome immigrants and refugees and treat them with dignity and respect. This sanctuary promise must extend to everyone who needs it in our city and residents, both old and new. Our public schools must be sanctuaries for all children by investing in dual language programs, ethnic studies, and English as a second language. That is what he is talking about. Those are the issues that Brandon Johnson ran on. But I guarantee you, majority of the Black folks that voted didn't even go to his website and even take a look to see what his issues were. What you all did was saw that he was a Black man running against a Latino man, and you said, oh, I gotta go vote for the Black person. We gotta get out of that. Voting for someone based on skin color is the reason why the South Shore is being overran with migrants right now, and y'all are complaining. But you all are showing up now to express your dislike and disconcern. Here's the problem with that. He already got your vote. He already got your vote. So the only thing that you can do right now is suck it up, number one, or two, recall him. Recall him. Recall him. Go get signatures, find out how many you need, and recall the mayor himself and oust him from office. If you don't like what's going on, that's the only way you're going to stop it, because as Brandon Johnson has told you, he doesn't care. Your aldermen have showed you they don't care. But some of the aldermen, I'm not going to say all, some of the aldermen are on board with the residents. They understand what's going on. They hear their residents. They see these calls. They're fielding these emails. These people are showing up to town halls expressing this concern. And if this keeps going on and on and on and on and on, at some point, they're going to take some action. But right now, though, there is no action being done because your mayor doesn't give a damn. He doesn't care whether you like it or not. He's already told you how he felt about this. So we, as Black voters, and this is not just for Chicago, this is politics no matter where you at. We have to get to the point where we look beyond skin color and look at the issues that these candidates are running on. And if you see any slip, anything that makes you uncomfortable, that you don't believe in, that you don't support, you're going to have to start making a conscious effort as a voter to decide whether or not this is the person that you want to vote for, or you want to go vote for somebody else, or simply not vote at all. But either way, we have to be more than just voters, right? We have to be educated voters. We have to level up our political IQ to understand what is going on. Because make no mistake about it, Chicagoans, ain't no Republicans in office in Chicago. So you can't blame a Republican for this. This is all the Democrats. And if you continue down this path, there gonna be more migrants coming. Governor Abbott is gonna keep sending them up there, like he's sending them to New York. He's gonna keep sending them. And your mayor going to the southern border really serves no purpose. I mean, it's really, I believe he's doing it for a photo op. But what do you plan on gaining? You can't stop the governor of Texas from sending them to you. He's telling you Texas is not a sanctuary state. Illinois is. Well, the city of Chicago is. So guess what, Chicago? You're going to keep getting these migrants. And then you're going to hear your mayor start to sound like Mayor Eric Adams in New York City, where he says, we can't take no more. So when they tell you that your vote means something, when they tell you that democracy, excuse me, is on the ballot, this is what you should be looking at when you go to vote, before you even go cast a ballot. And you understand that there's an election coming up. You need to go look at these people's issues on their websites and see what they are fighting for. And you're going to have to make a conscious effort to decide what you're going to do. Because complaining after the fact doesn't stop this. And I understand that you all are pissed off, and rightfully so. And you're expressing your voice, you're expressing your opinions, your frustrations. You're doing all of this in the forums to which you're supposed to: town hall meetings, city council meetings, alderman meetings. You're showing up, community meetings. You're hosting your own community meetings. And I appreciate all of that. And as you should, and you should continue to advocate. And if there's other people that you know that haven't been turned on to this yet, you need to get them out. If you're going to a meeting and you know your neighbor doesn't have a car, guess what? Knock on their door. Hey, you need to come with me, man. It takes a village, right? So it's going to take a village to fix this. That means that we got to get everybody involved. Everybody's voice has to be heard. Because they're taking your resources. The city is reallocating everything. And like that woman said in the video, you're taking what little that we got and you're giving it to somebody else. Well, guess what? The politics you vote for is the politics you get. And when you don't understand the political process, not saying that these people don't, I'm not saying that, and I don't want to accuse anybody from being a political novice or anything. But you got to understand what you're voting for. And understand that some of these people are getting put in office, they're getting put in front of you because the party is backing them. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you should be supporting the person just because the political party is backing. We got to get out of the mindset of voting for a political party, right? It's got to be your community over party. Your community over party. Your community over party, okay? So then what does that mean, Mark? That means you got to put your community, you got to put your family, you got to put yourself before any political party. Because these political parties are showing you they don't care. So get you somebody, find somebody. Hell, if you are that frustrated, run for office yourself. All right? Let's do that. Let's start doing that. Let's start running candidates. And when we have to go up against these political machines, you all got to be better funded, right? But you got to be out in the community knocking on doors. Hey, I'm running for office. I'm running for city council. I'm running for alderman. I'm running for county commission. I'm running for school board. I'm running for whatever it is you're running for, right? You don't need a political party backing to get on the ballot. But here's the thing. You're going to have to deal with that political party because they're going to try to keep you off, especially if your message resonates. But guess what? Keep fighting. Keep striving. Keep doing what you're doing. Chicago, change is going to happen when y'all make change happen. You got to stop the identity politics, though. You got to stop voting for skin color. Got to stop voting for gender. Got to stop voting for race. Got to stop voting for all these things, political parties. You got to vote. We have to become self-interested and self-advocating voters, meaning that I am self-advocating for myself. I'm advocating for my family. I'm advocating for my community. And I'm going to advocate for my country. That is the only way that this is going to change. Because if not, you're going to continue to have more migrants coming in. You're going to continue to see your resources being reallocated somewhere else. You're going to see the de-investment in your communities. Or they may just push you out altogether. And you can't live there no more. So please do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor. Get active. Get active. And if you know people are not showing up to these town hall meetings, you need to get them active. These listening sessions, y'all have to be at them. Y'all got to show up and show out. That is the only way that politicians move. It's two reasons why they move, right? They're being outspent, for one. They're threatened by being ousted. That's number two. And number three, they fear that the community is going to riot. Those are the three things that would get politicians moving. You cut off their money. You run somebody against them that can beat them, or you riot. That is it. So just leave a comment in the chat. Let me know what you think. Comment. Let me know what you think. I promise I'm gonna start commenting back. If you send a comment, please comment. Like I said, if you got any articles you want me to share, talk about, discuss, we're gonna talk about it all on this channel. So like I said, I'll leave the email in the description so you can email me. Please follow me on social media. It's at M_Stevenson78. That's how it is on X. That's how it is on Instagram, and I'm Mark Stevenson on Facebook. So thank you all so much, and I'll see y'all next week.